in a first since the violence broke out in Manipur on May 3rd. The Assam Rifles has denied all allegations leveled against it from certain quarters of siding with one community against the other during the weeks of unrest. In his first interview to any television channel since May 3rd, Director General of Assam Rifles, Lieutenant General PC Nair said that it is absolutely preposterous and bizarre to say that the Assam Rifles was siding with a particular community in Manipur. Lieutenant General Nair added that despite all odds, the Assam Rifles will not be deterred from carrying out its fundamental task of protecting and engaging with all communities. Well, now let's listen in to these key experts of the exclusive interview of Assam Rifles DG Lieutenant General PC Nair with Northeast Live Editor-in-Chief Wasbir Hussain.
We all know that for the last almost 5 months now, on the 3rd of next month, it is going to be 5 months. About 175 people have died, 50,000 people have been uprooted from their homes, 4,000 to 5,000 houses have been burnt, about 5 lakh rounds of ammunition have been looted, about 5,000 weapons have been looted. This is a really grave situation that we have experienced in the last couple of months. But my question is related to the Assam Rifles. Now, it is something which is unprecedented, whether it is the political class or whether it is some individuals and groups. Some people say that Assam Rifles has not been playing a neutral role. There has been allegations. Is it a perception issue? Is it because they don't know the actual ground realities? They don't know the factual position, or is it because of why is this narrative coming about that Assam Rifles is not playing a neutral role in Manipur?
I'm glad you asked me this question because this is something I wanted to clarify. Now, to begin with, if I had to put it in one line, surmise this, I would say this is absolutely preposterous, insane, and bizarre. There is really no proof of any kind to say that we are siding a particular community against the other. Now let's see certain facts. You began the interview by asking me of our presence here for close to 190 years.
Yes.
So in 190 years, we've been here in the Northeast, we've grown with them, Northeast has grown with us. You think something will change from 3rd of May? No. I spoke about the officers that we have. The officers we have are largely officers from the Indian Army. We carry the ethos of the Indian Army. Would we do anything different after coming to Assam Rifles? No. Look at it in a different manner. We have 30% of our troops from the Northeast. In front of them, can we be seen as siding a particular community and not siding the other? No. Look at some other places where we've helped bring down the levels of violence. Okay, let me also here tell you, one of the allegations that gets raised often was when this all started on the 3rd of May, we were just mute spectators.
That is also one of the allegations.
We did nothing. Now these people don't understand when the situation started, the violence started, obviously it is a police job. And once the state feels that the police cannot handle it, that is when they requisition the army or the Assam Rifles, which happened in a matter of 24 hours.
When was the Assam Rifles requisitioned?
Yeah, we were requisitioned on the next day, that is 4th, and we were there, and we didn't wait for getting requisitioned. The moment we sensed that there is something wrong, on the 3rd of May itself, 32 columns of ours were ready to be deployed, and no sooner did we got requisitioned on 4th, they were there, and in the next 3 to 4 days, the army columns also came in, and we built up on that. So there is absolutely no logic. Let me give you some more hard facts. When all this broke out, the number of people that we saved from both communities is almost the same. The number of people who we put into safe zones, camps, is almost again the same. From one community dominated area, the minorities were lifted to the other place. So similarly, look at it a little beyond. The destruction of bunkers that we did, it's equal. The same number of bunkers of both the communities have been destroyed. Look at the weapon catch. We are going into both the villages of both communities and recovering weapons. So it's all baseless. If we are trying to do a job, and our job fundamentally is to arrest the violence that happens between both the communities, so which is why we are there in these buffer zones along with the army. So if we are preventing a particular group from going into the areas of the other and causing bloodshed, mayhem, can we be faulted on that? I don't think so.
Now we have also seen news reports where in the Kuki side, there were people falling at the feet of the soldiers when there was a rumor that the Assam Rifles was being withdrawn from certain places. And on the other hand, if you come to the valley, you said, oh, Assam Rifles go back. Assam Rifles should be withdrawn. On the 14th of September, a group, the representatives of one particular group went and met Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh in New Delhi and said that Assam Rifles should be withdrawn. So does it impact you? Does it? Why is this demand coming? What is the problem? Are you trying to address these problems? Have you met the Chief Minister? Have you told him? Or have you met the civil society leaders?
This question is actually a takeoff from the previous question that you asked.
Yeah.
And it immediately reminds me of this famous saying of Mark Twain had once said this. It is, by the time truth wears its boots, the lie has already gone halfway around the world. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard of this.
Yes.
Of course, there are some people who say this is not what Mark Twain said, but the fact is, see the sense of the statement. And there is no better example than in this case. So, I have met not only the Chief Minister, I have met people from both communities everywhere. And no, I don't think we have been partial to any one of them. You spoke of the CO being told and people bowing at his feet of one community. There is also a similar video of the other community where they are requesting Assam Rifle not to go. This happened in the area of 𝗘𝗏𝗪𝗔𝗀. Now this video is also there, but it is not viral. Why? The point that you have to understand is that there is surely some move to tarnish our image for whatever reasons, well known to them. But that will not in any way deter us from doing the fundamental task for which we are here.
Do you think this is a systematic move? Because right from the start of the violence of the 3rd of May, right from the early part of the movement, when the violence swept the state, this Assam Rifles was the target of certain groups, people, individuals, and even people in high positions.
Why people of high positions? Because that is based on the narrations that came out. And there are so many narrations which are counter to what we are doing.
Yeah.
Some people spin doctor in a manner. In fact, both communities are doing it. They spin doctor in a manner to suit their narration, which is incorrect. And when this narrative gets repeated again and again, that is when people at large start believing it, that there is some truth in it. But I want to raise the case here by assuring the citizens of our country that for us, what is paramount is the sovereignty, integrity of Manipur,
that is very
Northeast
important.
And India.
That is the moot point. That is very important. At that point of time, when the violence was at its peak, there were sections of the media, Northeast Live, of course, let me take this opportunity to tell you that we have been trying our best to be as accurate and objective as possible during the entire violence. You know, right at the beginning, we were not even telling which community people have died. We were just saying 5 people have died. We are not, although it's open secret who died, but we as a channel, we never mentioned. Now question is, around that time, there were a lot of reports in the sections of the media saying that, you know, there were armed militants from Myanmar who are Myanmarese nationals who are fighting from the hills against the valley. Now, is there what is the actual reality on the ground? The exchange of fire means there has to be 2 people fighting with weapons, with guns, with bullets. So who are these people?
You heard this famous quote, one person's soldier is the other person's terrorist. So both the communities, when they start talking of the other community, they call him as terrorist. Now in this particular case, the society is completely got weaponized, and you stated the statistics, the number of weapons that is, I think, our biggest concern. So today you have a case where in both the communities, a person who's probably never wielded a gun before is wielding a gun.
Yes.
Alongside, surely there is a possibility that
And this has been confirmed by the state government. Recently also they gave an updated figure,
yes,
the police.
And multiple media channels have done, people have gone on ground and interacted with young kids.
They've showed the videos.
Yes,
yeah.
you've seen these visuals.
Yes.
But from the time this problem has started, we have also increased our guard along the borders. But you know the geography of the borders, so I won't dispute the fact that there may be instances where the people, insurgents would have come in. I don't deny that. So while some of them would have come with weapons, but the fact is there are enough weapons today in the state itself.
Absolutely.
Which is a point of concern.